Hello everyone. Myself Miss Rupal Desai from Srimati LPSAVANI VIDHYABHAVAN Adajan branch. In teaching learning process, today we are going to start the first lesson of this SS Social Science, that's Rise of British Rule in India. Now in this lesson, what are the teaching points? The teaching points are: number 1, the economic impact of the company rule in India. Number 2, the social impact of the company rule in India. Number 3, the new sea route discovered by the Portuguese. Number 4, the East India Company established trade centers in India. 5, Battle of Plassey. Number 6, implement of subsidiary alliance system. And number 7 is unfair revenue collection. So these are the teaching points which are included in this lesson. Now, with the starting of the session, we have the first topic, the economic impact of the company rule in India. Since the ancient times, there was a lot of demand for the Indian spices, silk cloth, indigo, and other goods in Europe. Trade between the East and the West was carried out by sea routes passing through the Persian Gulf and sea routes via Turkey. The economic impact of the company's rule in India. India, which had an enviable position in the world in producing raw material, cotton, cloth, raw silk, sugar, jute, etc. But due to the unfair revenue collection policy by the company, made the Indian peasants a debtor. The British government imposed unfair taxes and for that Indian artisan became unemployed. Now moving forward to the next topic, that is the social impact of the company rule in India. What is the social situation prevailed during this period in India? So number 1 is the freedom of speech developed due to the development of newspaper. Certain wrong social custom which is prevailed in our India, like sati pratha, female infanticide, and child marriage. So with the help of such Britishers, such laws were passed in preventing this wrong practices. In this time, English education began in India. As the administrative framework in India was Anglicized, there were demand for people with the knowledge of English, and due to this endeavor, English education began in India. Many universities at Mumbai, Chennai, and Kolkata were established. English education led to the emergence of the new class of educated Indians. These were the notable aspects of the impact of the company rule on the Indian society. So this is the social impact prevailed during the company rule in India. Now, the next topic is the new sea route discovered by the Portuguese. As you know, students, India had enjoyed an incomparable position in the world trade. There was a huge demand for the Indian spices, indigo, and silk cloth in the European countries. Trade between India and Europe was carried out through land route and sea route, and at the center of these routes was in Istanbul in Turkey. The Portuguese sailor Vasco da Gama discovered a new sea route to India in 1498, and thereafter the Portuguese, Dutch, English, and French nationals came to India for trading. The next topic is the East India Company established trade centers in India. The East India Company got the permission from the Mughal Emperor Jahangir and established its first trade center at Surat in 1613. The branches of the trading center at Surat were established at Khambat, Bharuch, Vadodara, and Ahmedabad in Gujarat between 1613 to 1680. Then after it set up trading centers at St. George, Chennai and Fort, and so Mumbai became their headquarters in 1687. Now student, we have the important topic, that is Battle of Plassey. The Battle of Plassey took place between the Nawab of Bengal and the East India Company. The East India Company had built a fortress around the trade center in Kolkata for the security reasons without taking permission from the Nawab. This fortress was destroyed by the Nawab. Now the British realized that it was not easy to defeat the Nawab. Therefore, the British declared the war at Plassey on the pretext that the Nawab was unnecessarily harassing the people. In this, the Nawab of Bengal was defeated in the Battle of Plassey. As a result, Mir Jafar was made the Nawab of Bengal. The company got a freehold over 24 Parganas. The foundation of the company's rule in India was laid. So students, now we'll have another topic, that implement of subsidiary alliance system. The fame of the East India Company had declined and Marathas had become stronger due to the policy of neutrality adopted by the Governor General John Shaw. His successor, Wellesley, had the responsibility of making the company supreme in India. So, he implemented this subsidiary alliance system. Now, what are the terms and conditions of this system? Which are as follows. The army trained by the East India Company will be provided to the state that accepts the system. Second, in return, the state will provide for the army or give away provinces with equivalent income to the British. Third, the state will not wage war or sign treaty with other states without the permission of the British. The fourth, there will be an English resident representative in the court of the state. And number fifth is, the state will not employ other foreigners in its service.